Millions of Americans who live with mental illness or some form of neurodiversity struggle to find employment. Tonight, we're taking a look at why that is. Joining us now is Rachell Vartanian. She is the president and founder of the Living and Learning Enrichment Center in Northville. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So neurodivergence, diversity is a term that we're hearing a lot more, but for those who aren't familiar, can you kind of define that? Explain what it means.
Right. It's anyone that's has a little bit, I want to say a disability, but I have ADD, so I could be considered neurodivergent.
Okay.
I hear a lot of people use that term with autism, but it's also very controversial. Some people don't want to be called this. Some people want to say they have autism. Some people want to say they have a disability. So it just depends who you're talking to.
Sure, sort of an umbrella term.
I'd like that, yeah.
Okay, so what are some of the challenges and obstacles when someone who is maybe under that umbrella is looking for a job?
Yeah. I'd say one of the biggest challenges is the interview, especially if you have autism. Sometimes eye contact is difficult, and the interview it just seems that that's what's getting in the way of them getting employment. They can do the skill, they just can't get past that a lot of times.
Sure. Let's say they do get past that step. Are there certain jobs that are maybe better suited to someone who's under that umbrella?
That's a good question. I think we need to look at it like any person. So some jobs are going to be good for someone that's quiet. Some jobs are going to be good for someone that's more physical. Every person that has a special need, they're all different. So all their needs are different.
Yeah. So tell me about your organization and how you guys are working to help different folks.
Yeah. So I'm at Living and Learning Enrichment Center, and we're a nonprofit located in Northville, Michigan. We opened in 2015. And we work specifically with adults, teens and adults that have a special need. And we did that on purpose because that is the forgotten population. And we do it with job skills, vocational work, friendship classes, and life skills.
Yeah. Why, you say forgotten generation or group of people, why is that?
Well, I don't know why it is, but it is. I was a special ed teacher prior to this for 20 years, and I knew that when kids got done with school, the parents would tell me, after they got done, that it was like they fell off a cliff. They're living in the basement playing video games. There was nothing out there for them. And then my youngest son was diagnosed with autism, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? So I went back to school. I got a second master's, quit my job, sold my home, and I opened Living and Learning to focus on that population.
Wow. Are things starting to change? Are there more organizations like yours, and is there more awareness now?
I think things are starting to change. I think there is more awareness. There needs to be more. There needs to be more organizations like ours helping them, because one of our programs is a vocational program where we've partnered with over 100 businesses in the community, and we do skill building. We bring them to all these different sites and, what's the best fit? And then they'll go into another department where we help them get employment, paying jobs. We've got a waiting list of over 100.
Wow.
We have 175 people in that program. So definitely the need is there.
So something must be working if there's this waiting list and people wanting to get in. What kind of effect does this have on someone's life? What are you seeing from your clients?
Well, them and their family, and I'm walking it. I know how that feels, what is going to happen. So it's life-changing. It's life-changing not only for them, but for the family as well. Any
advice that you have for someone who is struggling to find employment or really just find their place in the world when they're, far out of school?
Right. Well, I want to tell them to come to Living and Learning. We will really take good care of them. There's a lot of groups you can join now too on Facebook, and I just think it helps to be around people that have similar interests, similar mindsets, and I think that's what I would recommend.
Yeah, and it seems like there is a growing community and a growing conversation. Is there anything you would say to someone who's maybe struggling to have that conversation, if it's a loved one who's struggling in their family or their community?
With the person that has?
Yeah, or just how to talk about it.
Yeah. I think I would first talk to their teacher about it and try to make it as comfortable and casual as you can. We all have something. I wear glasses. We all have something that we need a little bit of support to be our best selves.
So a little bit more for the Enrichment Center. People want to learn more, want to get on that waiting list.
Yeah.
Where can they go?
livingandlearningcenter.org.
All right, we've got a phone number right there and the address as well. Rachell, thank you so much for joining us today and for all that you're doing.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate your time.